that we are trying to solve. Number one, the factors that determine survival, and we are looking at three major objectives. One, if passenger class affects survival, excuse me, which is the class. If gender affects survival, which is the sex column, and if age also affects survival. Now, the first thing we did earlier was to create the first thing we did earlier was to create a we did a count, and after that we will be removing other columns that we will not have need of. I think from what we have here, we only have need of the P class, the people that survived, the sex, and then the age. So if I'm right, I think it's only these first four. Yes, so every other column is going. So I click the first column, I hold shift, then I'm clicking other columns so that I can select more than one column at a time. So once you select the first column, just hold down Control on the keyboard, and when you are done, just say remove columns, or you just right click and then remove columns. The reason why we are having just 4 columns in all is because of the objective. But I said something like, okay, let's look at this data now. This data is not having any primary key, and from what we were taught, if a data does not have a unique identifier, maybe an employee ID, maybe a matric number, maybe a BVN number, I'm trying to use Nigeria or what that which concerns us majorly. So basically we need to have a primary key. Without that, this analysis will not make sense. So in order to add a primary key, okay, I go to add column, then from add column I go to index column, then I want to select from 1. Good, it has added my index column, so I click hold and then I drag because it's expected to be the first. Now, because it's a primary key and because we created it, you are expected to change the data type to text. Let me repeat myself. Yes, we are putting from 1 and it's definitely counting automatically, but we will change data type to text because it's a primary key. So I'm going there and I'm changing it to text. Now look at what has happened. It has aligned the numbers to the left hand side of the screen. That's all. It will just align it to the left hand side.
Sorry, sir. Why are we changing it to text, sir?
Now, the rule of primary key. When you add a primary key to your analysis, the principle is you change it to text. I'm not the one that wrote it. That's the instruction. Don't worry. When we are doing pivot after now, you will see the reason. So just relax. All right. Now the next one is the P class. Yes, and that is the class of the citizens. And if you can remember, at that time when we were looking at it, we said P class is a categorical data. What does that mean? 1 means first class, 2 means middle class, and 3 means low class. So in order to be able to achieve this, we will use a conditional column. What do we want to do now? We don't want it to be 1, 2, 3 only because it's categorical. That one now will become first class, category of citizen. That 2 will become middle class, and that 3 will become low class. So I go to conditional column. From there, yes, I give it a new column name. All right, to make it look like the other one, I will just say new P class. Good. Then I'll set the condition. If P class equals to 1, output what? First class. That means you're a first class client. Else if P class equals to, then you become a middle class. Then the last, you are a low class citizen. Case closed. So we say, okay, let's see what happens. Now let's take it close to the P class. Good. Now look at it. You load more, don't forget. Okay, good. We want to see only, load more. We want to see only the ones that are 1 to be sure that what we have done is correct. Good. All of them are first class. Can you see? Good. So that means it's safe. Load more and then okay. Now that we have replaced P class with new P class, so P class will remove it. Done. The next one is
Sir, you filtered though.
eh?
He made a mistake on
Filtered.
that. Like the mistake is only first class that will be showing.
Oh, sorry. I only show the filter. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Is it okay now? Thank you. Okay. Masheko. Okay, ma de shosha. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now the second one is also a categorical data. 1 means survived. 0 means you don't survive. So we are also adding another conditional column. So we will now name this one survived. What should I name this one, sir? Okay, new survive. It don't make sense, so make I write down. If survived equals wow. Sorry, you know verse. Hey, Richard. Maybe say you know come. Politician. Uncle Richie, you say you are not coming. You change your mind. Okay. If survive equals to 1, then it becomes what?
Sleep.
If survive equals to 1, that means the person they alive. So that means he survived it. Okay, survivor. Good. Else, because it's 1 and 0, then that person did not survive. Now we say he died.
Diseased.
Hey, thank
That is
you.
diseased.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good. So this guy will go. Good. Well, I don't remind me to change data type of new P class to text. Okay, I've changed it to. So this one too, now text. Correct. Now we are left sex. Nothing they happen for sex. So nothing they happen. They okay. Now, age. Let's go and check age. Look at it. Are we having any problem in the age column? Anybody? Do we have any challenge with the age column?
Yes.
there's none.
Sir?
And I said there's no
Yes,
Planning.
there
none.
is.
Wait, Victor,
That
are
I
you the one
placed the
talking?
none with 28.
No, Victor,
Yeah.
no talk now. Ah, sure. No, Victor, no be you. I beg you. Others are there now, they don't want to talk.
It's not only Victor that is talking, no,
Who else?
sir. We have issues.
Who else?
We have
No,
an issue with the. We have an issue with the age.
what's the issue? That's what I want to know.
Okay, we have a non there.
So
A
what? So what are
non
we? So what are we going to do to the null?
who replace it.
With what?
We can form an dictionary for it.
With
With
28.
with 28.
Thank you. Clap for yourself.
28.
Oh. Thank you. That's
The
what I want.
media.
Thank you. That's where I'm going. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
it's not easy. It's not easy.
no, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So we go there, Abby. We replace values. Replace with what? 28. We say okay. You don't see how. So let's go and check again. We don't get null again. Correct. Please, these things are interwoven. Very, very interwoven. And I mean very, very interwoven. Alright. All these 0 point, waiting with 0.1. Okay. In order not to stress you, you can change it to whole number. Whole number. Thank you. All problem solved.
Sir, you said that what is interwoven, sir? I
The
didn't get that.
28 we brought from Excel.
Yes, sir.
Now we are now applying it. That's what I mean by is interwoven.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, one more thing. We cannot use this age for the analysis easily like that. So, we will need to analyze the data based on interval. First, let's check minimum and maximum. What's our minimum? 0. Anyone will be 0. Let me say you never reach 1. You can see from 0 to 80. So best, we can pick interval of 10. We are still creating another conditional column again. Good. This time around, let's give the age. We will not give it new age. Good. Now, the column we are using is age. So we say if age, watch, not equal, not does not equal, is less than or equal to 10, then that means the person is between 0 to, is it 0? Yes, 0 to 9 years. Less than or equal to, no, 9.
0 to 10.
You say? It's 0 to 9. If I count with my finger, it's 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes it 10. You understand what I'm saying now? Because I'm starting from 0. If it ends on 10, that makes it 11. So 0 to 9. Assuming I'm starting from 1, I'll say 1 to 10. So I'll add another one. Remember, we are grouping it in tens. It's less than or equal to 19. Correct. That means that person is between 10 and 19 years. Now, so we go to go age. I hope you are doing your own. Oh. Less than or equal to 29. Okay, let me copy this guy. Correct. That means it's between 20 and 29 years. Add another clause again. If oh, sorry, getting fagged out. If age less than or equal to 39, correct. That means is between 30 to 39 years, correct. Add clause again. If age is less than or equal to 49, then that means the person is between 40 and 49 years. We will test all. Oh. Age is less than or equal to 59. The person is between 59 years. If age, man, this is where SQL comes to play. SQL, you know, we'll go through all this. Okay. 60 to 69. 60 to 69 years. Come on, your hand now. Add clause, correct. If age is less than or equal to 79, correct. Remember that our maximum is 80 that we have. 70 to 79 years. So to make it uniform, we will not just type, excuse me. All right, else, since that's the last one now, we'll now come to else. When it becomes else, we'll now say from 80 to 89 years. Good. So we say okay. Correct. Aha. So let's take it close to age so that we're able to compare. Can you see? Just look at it. 29, that means you are 29 years. Let me scroll down at random. 47, that means you are between 40 and 49. At random again. 38, that means you are between 30 to 39. You can see I'm just picking it at random. 19, that means you are between 10 and 19 years. So we have to group the data, put it on a group, or we call it interval. So I'm removing the age. Okay, now we have been able to clean the data. The first step, we're able to get the median. We're able to know about how to count the blanks, how to know the column that is having more than 30% empty or blank cells, which in principle we are not meant to use. So with this now, we are now prepared for our analysis. So I go to my home menu, I'm loading it to Excel. So I just click on close and load. Before I click on close and load, any questions please? Alright, in the absence of any, close and load. So it's coming to Excel. Alright. Okay, let me check. Alright, okay. 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 Correct. Now let me rename it as Titanic data. Correct. So now at this point now, we want to model, analyze, and visualize with Excel. Of course, we will go and call our pivots. So insert and then pivot. Oh, sorry. Pivot. All right. New worksheet. Yes. Isn't it? Okay. I don't know what happened to my data. Will they show me this? But no wala. Now, for us to pivot, we are supposed to do row count. And now, which of the column now, or which of the variables are we going to use for row count? Anybody?
The index.
Thank you.
Index.
Thank you. Now you can see why we need to create that primary key column. Without that, you are stuck because there will be none you want to use. None of the other four that you are going to use. So please, when your data is not having it, please make sure, look at it. It just did a count of index and gave us a total of 1,309. And now we want to take survivor. We'll take it to rows, correct? All right. Let me zoom out. Correct. All right. The heading is new survive. So 809 persons were deceased and 500 persons survived. Now, it's not just to survive. We'll right click and then we'll say you should show value as percentage of total column. Please don't forget this area. 61.2, you can see 61.8, 38.2. You can see right click again, format the cells, then change the decimal place to maybe 0. No, sorry, let me make it 1 so that it will be easier. Then I say okay. Can you see? So now if I have to answer the first one, then I will now say 61.8% of the entire population are diseased and we only have 38.2% survivors. Wow. Now, the question now is, does the passenger class affect the survivor? Does passenger class affect the survivor? Now, we can just rename this one and name it survivor. Sorry, survivor. Correct. Okay. Now, we can still decide to put a pivot chart because there are two. Let me make it a donut. Yes, because there are only two. All right. Let me remove this guy. Correct. Then let me come here. Now, I want to reduce the whole inside. So let me make it from 75% to 59. Okay, let me say 60. Look at it. Correct. if I don't want to drag from here, I can actually come here to reduce it and just say 3. Correct. So I'm having 3 by 3. That's the dimension. Then I can carry it and then leave it here. If that's what I want to, fine. You can see now 38. Okay, I can still add data labels. Whether I use data labels, okay, fine. You can see. Okay, let me leave it because I'm even all right. So that's that. You can see you put it there. Now I can still go again and then do the second one. Man, this boy is tired. You go to insert pivot. Okay, pivot table. I want another new worksheet. This time around, I'm still putting my index in my values, and the new P class goes to rows. Correct. Now, the class now talk about the class of the passenger. You know, we have first class, we have okay. If I want, we can sort it in ascending or descending order. Sort from smallest to highest. All right. So if you look at it now, we are having middle class 277, first class 323, and then low class 709. Let me first do this, and then let me put a pivot chart. I can just use column. Yes. Well, that's no way to stop. Oh. Idle buttons. Okay. All right. I don't need this. I can just say add data labels. Good. Okay. Now, let me move this guy here. Look at what I want to do next. I copy this and I scroll down and I paste. But this time around, we want to now check for survivor. So I want to now add survivor to the columns. Can you see now? Now, looking at what we have, does it mean survival increase with respect to class? Or does death reduces with respect to class? How do we solve this problem? To make it a bit easier, we can use a line graph. Sorry. Correct. So that we can have comparison. Okay. Oh, let me sort it out. Let me sort it. first. Okay. Yes, so smallest to largest. All right. Father, help me. I'm tired. Now, let's look at this chart. Look at the deceased and look at this the survivor. Let's first look at the middle class. Then we have the first class. If you look at the first class, we have more survivors than deceased. If you look at middle class, we have more people that died than people that survived. And if you look at the low class, we have many persons diseased compared to the ones that survived. So that means possibly, I said possibly because I wasn't there, those in the high class had to leave the ship first before the other ones in the low and the middle class. Then the third one we can also do. Please, I want to pause here because the main motive that I want to achieve is creating the index using conditional columns very well, and also how we can use the index column especially for our analysis. So please, I'll pause here. If you have any question, please kindly ask. ANY, any question? Hello everyone, any question?
So it's clear enough for
Thank you.
me.
It's clear. We go through it.
Okay. So please, I beg to take my leave. This is 3 minutes to 11. Hopefully, if we don't meet on Saturday, sure we will meet on Sunday so that I can close out. We still have some things pending that I wrote down, but these ones are very crucial to my heart, and I need us to get it right. I don't want to miss it for anything, so that if any opportunity opens for anyone, we can do it. Uncle Temple, please kindly go ahead. Uncle Temple, I'm seeing your hand up, please. Go ahead.
So I think we'll be able to get the recording of today's class.
But all of you said you got it
If
now.
we
So
would-
what do you need the recording for again? Una say una get am.
Now to just to refresh.
Okay. Should I allow us to only watch and not be able to download?
Allow us to watch and download.
No, you all I go take one.
Watch and download that big.
Nah lie. Now only watch I go do. Oyibo said
yeah,
no gree.
download.
Oyibo said no gree make una download, and they will not touch these areas. And they are the ones setting interviews.
Let us watch and download that big.
Eh? You say what?
Watch and download,
No
though,
way.
please.
Don't worry. I'll drop the link. I'm just joking, Sha. I don't mean I'm
Thank you
joking,
and
no.
God bless you.
No, wait, okay, what? Sake, calm down now. Now all of us go class recently. Me, you are follow yourself, go. Power BI week. I was there all through. So relax, bro. Oyinbo said don't teach me things now. Say, Moko ne dey allow people to download. Anyway, don't worry, you'll be able to watch it. But the download, I would think about it. But on a lighter mode, please. The downloads are good. I purposely opened Cargo tonight because I need us to go there so that I can download several data sets and then play with it. On Saturday or Sunday when we are meeting, I will discuss placement for internship if anybody wants. I'm making it open and public. That's one. Two, social media optimization. We couldn't do that. And then recommendation writing in Power BI. Please, if you have any question before then, you can drop it so that I can also look towards that. And then we'll meet and then we close out. Then by that Saturday or Sunday, we'll create a community so that that same day, when we go on Medium, everybody will create a link. Then you will follow one another. So that if you go for an interview and they say, do you have any social media, any of the social media that is optimized, you say you have one. And when they check what they are looking for, how many followers, that means if all of us follow ourselves, that means we should have at least between 10 and 20 followers. At least they will not say you just came in and you're looking for followers.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
True.
That's my intention. I'll make sure that I drive more traffic over the weekend and at least make the minimum of 20. And then we'll be able to do, and then everybody come and then we follow ourselves. And then every other thing, we continue from there. Thank you very much. Sorry I took 3 hours of your time. I didn't see it coming. I was thinking in 1 hour, 30 minutes, we'll be done. But at least, please practice the data that I sent you. That data look very simple, but it's actually simply complex. Mr. Paul,
Okay,
thank you
sir.
very much, sir. Mr. Temple, I appreciate. Mr. Barnabas, God bless you, sir.
Thank you so
Mr.
much,
David,
sir.
I appreciate.
Thank you.
Emeritus Professor Jeff, thank you so very much, sir. Elder Prof Victor, I want to say a big thank you. I appreciate.
Thank you so much, sir. You're the best.
No, now you see you guys at the top.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you too. And happy night rest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right.